It's time for another Snap and a Scrap series. I chose to do it a little early. It's really not supposed to go up until like April 1st, but I just came back from a Stampin' Up! Regional in Orlando, and my creative juices are flowing like you would not believe. And so I just really wanted to do something creative today. On top of that, it's a very rainy, stormy Monday here in Central Florida, so I figured what a better time to sit down and do some scrapbooking than on a day like today. So we're going to do a page, and what I decided to pull out today, I wanted to do a black background. Well, it's kind of, I use this as a complementary color, I guess you could say, or I know there's a technical word for it, I just can't think of it right now. And I decided also, we have our celebration going on until the end of March. There's only a couple days left, and this happens to be some designer series paper from our ice cream parlor collection. This paper pack, and it has sticker accents to go along with it. It's a free gift when you purchase $50 before taxes and shipping, so that's kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here. So this is a 12 by 12 piece of basic black cardstock, and I trimmed this down. It's not quite a 1/4 inch, I believe I took off of here or so. I just wanted a little bit of that black to show. So I'm just going to use my snail and go ahead and adhere that. We haven't had rain in Florida for a few weeks, so I'm not complaining at all. The pollen here is ridiculous, and the rain needed to come so it could take care of that for me and for a lot of other Floridians. Alright, so we're just going to put this on a little bit, get this centered somewhat. Okay, that looks good. Isn't that pretty? This is a melon mambo color, so it looks really nice. Also, I wanted to bring in, these flowers are like a pretty in pink, so I brought in a piece of 8.5 by 11 pretty in pink, and I cut it down to, I think it was 8.5 by 9.25, and then I made my black mat a little bit bigger than that. And I'm going to put the adhesive on this side because while I was playing around, I seem to have gotten some black finger marks on it. We had our regional in Orlando, and it was amazing. Shelley Gardner was there. There were so many talented demonstrators sharing inspiration with us, and we had a good time. Very good time. Okay, so this mat, I think I'm going to go ahead and center it. I'm going to put a border down here. See how that black just makes these colors pop? I just love that. So we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit more adhesive. Make sure this is down nice and securely. Get it somewhat straight. On here. Okay. Moving right along. See, we've already got our base built. That didn't take any time at all. That's wonderful. Now we have to talk about what kind of accents and borders we're going to do. I really wanted to use this pattern paper a few times. I wanted a more monochromatic look to my page, so I didn't want to use I wanted to use all the same colors instead of all of complementary colors. So we went ahead and I pulled out the same exact paper, and I just made a 2-inch border, and I backed that with a little bit more black cardstock, and I'm going to put that down here on the bottom. I'm going to adhere these two pieces together. I kind of played with this before I got on film, but it's not completely done in my head. There's going to be a little bit of trial and error, I'm sure, before we get the page finished. And I left this piece as long as the scrapbook page. So here we go. Now this paper has this really pretty scallop border on the bottom, so I certainly didn't want to cover that because it adds elements an element to my page that, and I don't have to do any work. That's just there. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and put this down. I love the sound the snail makes. It means something is being created. I know. I'm retarded. Okay. Now, something else, in another video I had told you guys I was going to show you how to do was those flowers that I did on the cones. So today I'm going to actually show you how I did that. I've already constructed half of, they were like medallions or florets, or there's a million different, I've heard people call them all sorts of stuff. I've already constructed half of it, and I'm going to show you how I did the other half. First thing I did was I cut a piece of the same paper, 2 inches across. I took my scallop border punch, and I just went ahead and I put a border up and down. Now, I didn't do that on my other medallion because I wanted that one just to have flat edges. But on this, I wanted it to be a little bit more frilly because we've got these pretty little flowers in here. Then what I did is I went with my bone folder and I scored every place there was a valley between the scallops. Okay, once that was done, I went ahead and I fan folded the whole thing. So you're going to go back and forth, so it's like a regular fan fold. And then, after I got that completed, now what we're going to do, I'm going to put this to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some sticky strip, and we're going to line the sticky strip up here along the edge, and then we're going to fold it back up. So that sticky strip is going to help us, help it stay together at the bottom. I don't even have a clean mat down. Sorry, guys. It's full of glue boogers and everything else. And my daughter's little journaling, doodling over here, telling us she loves us. I can't blame her for that. Writing, I can't be upset because it's always such a sweet little message. And she's 13, so you gotta respect the fact that your 13-year-old still says that stuff to you. My 16-year-old does it, and my 19-and-a-half-year-old does it. I mean, he doesn't doodle on the thing, but he's always telling us we got amazing kids. Okay, go ahead and pull that off, back of our sticky strip, and it likes to stick to you. And then we just go back and we repeat fan folding. Whoops. I fold it first because it's easier when you get to this part, and you don't have to really pay attention too much. It automatically will fold for you. Alright, so then you get this. Alright, so now the trick is you're going to attach this side, and you're going to attach this side. And then it's going to want to fold up on you. So I'll show you how I conquer that too. And just I already put some sticky strip on the ends of one of them. See if I can pull that off. This might take some maneuvering, so be patient with me. Alright, and then you're going to line these two edges up. As best you can, anyway. Okay, that's pretty good. And then go over here. I am sorry I'm sniffling. I did not have a problem with that until I started my camera. Alright, and then we come over here, and we're going to kiss these ends together, just like that. Alright, so now you've got your beautiful medallion, and sometimes it resembles little hearts. I don't know. I can see a whole bunch of different things in there. But now this is what it wants to do. It wants to jump up and woo! Alright, the last time what I did was I put some glue in here, and I pushed all these edges together, and eventually it will stick. That does take some time to dry. Okay, I went ahead and changed my game plan a little bit. What I did was, I did get that other medallion to work, but once I put it on my page, this is the other one. And what I did was I cut out a circle and I glued it on the back, and then I added the little embellishment on the front, which is really cute, except it would be nice if it was centered. But it's too big for my page. So I went back and I cut these into 1-inch strips, and the baby is now awake, so I might have some little gurgles in the background. What, you need some more to drink? Okay, just a second, baby. Okay. So, but it's the same principle. I did everything the exact same way. I just made the strips. This strip actually is 1 inch across. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm filming this in 2 different days because yesterday fell apart on me. So the page is actually completed mostly. I'm going to add a couple more things to it, but I thought I'd share some of the things that I've done so far. This is not how I typically want to do these videos, but I didn't want to redo the page and the video, so I just went ahead and just went with it. I'm a real mom. I have a real job, and I have a little baby that I take care of, and that's just the way life is. So anyways, this is my partially completed page, and where we left off yesterday was this rosette flower, medallion, whatever you want to call it. I managed to make it smaller. This is really a 1 inch, 2 1-inch strips that are fan folded. We went over that a little bit. And I put a flower accent in there, and I added another brad, although my brad is grossly crooked in there. But it's, you know, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. I also put a title on here, Remember When. We're going to make this banner, and we're going to talk about what these are. And if you can see, I went ahead and I sprayed the whole page with some shimmer mist. So let's talk about this right now. What I did is my wordplay. I've talked about this set before. Wordplay. It comes in 2 boxes, and it is one of my favorite go-to stamp sets for titles and phrases. So I used my Remember When from here. I inked it up with Melon Mambo, classic ink. This page looks kind of princessy, doesn't it? I think I know which picture I'm going to put on here. I just went ahead and stamped this. And using your 1 3/8 inch square punch, if you slide this in corner to corner like that, you're going to be able to get that banner look that you're looking for. This piece is a little too long, so I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. Okay, let's come back in here now and see if we can get a better... Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so now we got that banner look. I know the sentiment is crooked on there, but I just wanted to do this to show you how I achieved that. I went ahead and I did trim down before I punched the edge. I trimmed it down a little bit better, and I just rolled it with my fingers, or you can roll it with a marker. I rolled it like this so it starts getting a bend, and then on the ends I just flip them up. So when I put it on my paper, on my page, I wanted it to look like a banner. I put it on there, and these are basic pearls. I've used these I think a couple times also. Yeah, I did on my butterfly page, and I just put 3 of these pearls. I left them on the sheet. You can see what I did up here, and I took a Sharpie marker and I colored them. I just used like a pink Sharpie marker, and that's how they look so metallic-y. That's really a cool thing. These are wonderful because you can paint them any color you want to. You can use paint pens. You can use, I believe I've seen somebody use re-inkers, but then you had to spray them. I used Sharpie, and it didn't come off on my fingers, so that was nice. And I just took another pen and I just did like little doodle dashes all the way around there. I went ahead and put on my pom-pom trim. This is one of my favorite trims that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. Super cute. It comes, I think it comes in 3 colors. I know this is Melon Mambo. It also comes in Daffodil Delight, and I want to say the Tangerine Tango. But really pretty, really fun. Seen a lot of super cute projects done with them. So that's where we got on here. Now what is left to do is I want to put a mat on here for a picture. and I went ahead and I cut a mat. I'm going to put, this is going to be 1 pitcher, and my blade is getting dull. You see this fuzzy edge right here? If you get that and you take a sanding block and you just go down the sanding block with the sanding block, just gently, not enough to distress it, it'll kind of shave that fuzzy off for you. Okay, so we're going to put this on. I think the picture I have is going that way, so go ahead and put it on that way. So my picture will be on here, like this. Alright, and then also one of the free items that you can receive during Celebration is a ribbon and button pack. And there are 40 buttons in this pack. I've used quite a few of them. When we went to Originals, I did a swap, and I used a lot of the buttons for that. But there are 48 buttons in here, and they're the Pacific Point, the Daffodil Delight, and the Melon Mambo. Really pretty summer colors. And these are the ice cream parlor buttons. So I took 3 of those, and I'm just going to put them on my page like that, with some mini glue dots, of course. I think you guys can tell I'm ready for summer, huh? I am so ready for summer. And I live in Florida, and a lot of people think we have summer all the time, which people from up north would think so. When you live in Florida and you're used to 85 and 90 degree days and your temperatures fall into the 70s, that's winter for us. It's nice for a short, it's nice for a short time, but I like to be out on the water. And it's cold. When it's 70 on land, it's cold out in the water. Okay. All right. So through trial and tribulation, this page is finally done. And when I get my picture on there, I will put this on my refrigerator until the next snap and a scrap video is made. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for your patience, and I will see you soon.